The longer we go on with this show in the Matrix, the more I'm just absolutely convinced that they're farming our emotions. Because if you think about season 4 of Stranger Things, Vecna is literally thriving and surviving and made up of everyone's emotions, everyone's extreme emotions. The only thing that counteracts his powers or him taking over your mind and farming the main character's memories and trauma so that he can literally live and survive and grow and build is when they focus on the connections they have in life, when they focus on love. When Max focuses on her friendships and listens to music that remembers or reminds her of love in her relationships, she's able to stay clear of his mind farming. But anything other than that, when all of the characters are obsessing about their trauma and he's reminding them of it, he's fully in control of them and in fact unalives them and takes their soul. He farms them that much that he absolutely depletes them from the inside out. That's what we're seeing here. That's what we're seeing here with the psyops that are occurring around us. I don't need to name what recently just happened in our news, but it's getting so ridiculous. It seems like a badly acted movie, a poorly produced and directed movie at this point. Like, it's so obvious to me, and yet most of the people that I know are up in arms, crying about it, feeling all of the negative emotions, completely entrenched in the darkness and the heaviness of the psyop. And that's how they farm us. That's how they farm our emotions and our energy. And people that aren't living in that anymore, in that illusion and in the matrix, we've woken up and we see what it is. It's like we're just kind of watching it happen. I mean, there have been multiple events in the last couple years that I can recall that were on the news that were like staged and dramatic. Like, I don't need to get into the specifics of them. We all remember. And we're just kind of sitting here going, is this real? Like, this is so poorly orchestrated. And it's so obvious now that it's just such a mind F to think and understand that so many people are still buying it. And that they're seeing this psyop and they're allowing it to fully, like, suck them dry. Like, and that's what they're doing. They're farming our emotions. They're farming our fear and our division. And I don't understand all of the science behind it and the ideas behind it, but all we need to do is look at our media, like Stranger Things 4, to see that that's exactly what's happening. It's right under our noses. It's right in our face. They're explaining it to us in entertainment. They are the Vecna. Do you get that? They are the Vecna, and we are the characters that are willingly allowing our soul and our energy to be farmed by dark forces. And it's just once you wake up and you're not in it anymore, you can see it all clear as day. And also, I was going to say that as these events have been occurring in the last year and we have not reacted, I want to say the last time that we really saw a full-blown reaction to these dramatics was the insurrection. That was a crazy time. A lot of us were not awake yet. But so many of us are awake now that when these things go down now, we're not having the marching in the streets and the burning down of the establishment and the burning down of each other's cities and the violence that we once had back around the time of the insurrection, because enough people are awake now that we're not buying it. So they're ratcheting it up. Do you get that? They're upping the ante. Think about the last time somebody had a shot fired at them from a podium. A lot of us just kind of observed that happen, and we did not rally against our neighbors. We did not go and burn down our villages, which is what they wanted us to do. So what did they do now? They ratcheted up the person having bullets fired at him, and it was violent and crazy and Hollywood level violence, and they allowed it to be streamed on these apps, and they allowed us to share that.
Mom, look how cute Delilah looks.
that literal scene. It was a scene. So they're ratcheting it up to try to get our energy, but enough of us have woken up that we see the ruse. And I think that's very helpful, because once we all collectively, enough of us believe that it's a ruse and we understand it's a psyop, then we change our reality as a whole. Our earth ascends and we move into a new dimension where they're not allowed to play these games and they're not allowed to siphon our energy.